Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. Now Ryan on second down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, of course, he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished, actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to hit.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 47 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. They'll come out in the pistol. Halfback sent in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Now Wilson on second down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they could use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. Complete. Richardson has it. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And here we go. We get to see the Falcons again on offense, a crew that last year scored 540 points, tied for 8th most all time. But my question is this, such a crushing Super Bowl loss in the offseason, does that set you back big time, or does that fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward?
It should fuel and feed you momentum-wise going forward, partner. That's exactly how it's supposed to react. And that's what you'll see in the Falcons locker room in the entire offseason. They'll talk about finishing, unfinished business, things of that nature. But we have seen where teams have not recovered from it. Remember the Rams? They got to a Super Bowl, got beat by the Patriots, didn't get back there again. The Broncos in 2013, number one offense, number one scoring offense. They didn't get back in 2014, but they did in 2015. So you can recover from it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A first carry for the rookie Parasites. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
Ryan. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He'll get the football here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Warlow. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On second down, Freeman. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's going to, and that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Second down now after the incompletion. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan surveying the field. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the footballs. And you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Mike Bennett in there to get him for a loss of 9. And that'll lead to 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. This from 36 yards out. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. And the back goes into motion. 3rd and 2, now Wilson escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike steps away. And this is incomplete. Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protected.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, Ryan hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup there at 22. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Halfback sent in motion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Another pistol look here. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On second down, here's Wilson. And he hits Jermaine Kearse. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and it's fourth down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. They find some open field here. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It'll be a gain of 11. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On first down, Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he dropped it. Now he was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. And the back goes into motion. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Now we take a glance.
Hello, my name is Kamal. I am from the clouds. I'm a human now, but I used to be a raindrop. Word up, I'm really good at putting words up. I make them levitate and circle with the birds. I don't need to force it, I let it occur. Whatever occurs, thank you. Feel like I was touched by an angel. Once again, a whole nother angle. I got a lot of holes in my angle. I got a lot of love and a whole lot of ignorance, and that's a good thing if you want to relate. I'm just trying 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 to relate. It's come out like a power with an M. I get down like gravity, rackety rappers, and raps rapidly follow the rapid into the rapids of being rapping and rattling, rattle riddles and ribbons into the sky. I'm a rebel, feeling rhythmically right. Your figure is spinning right to the rhythm, whittle the side eye. I am the killer in the grasses. I am the kid in the corner with the glasses. I am the specter, you should respect her. I don't expect the special, ain't special. I don't expect her. I'm just really glad I can say something. That's a blessing. Ain't no stress affecting my presence. But sometimes the pressure keep pressing. Worst keeps my impression impressed. That's the way to